Dad's not coming back again, huh? The one making a sad face in front of me is my daughter, who's turning 10 today. We had promised to celebrate birthday together as a family, yet my husband isn't here. He's probably having a great time with his sister's family right now, forgetting all about us. Seeing my daughter about to cry, my blood boiled. Hurting me is one thing, but hurting our daughter? I'll never forgive him for that. My name is Addie. I've been married to John for 12 years, and our daughter Lily is about to turn 10. She's grown up healthy without any major illnesses. We're a pretty average family, though my husband hardly ever comes home. The reason for that is his sister. John has a sister, Selena, who's 2 years younger than him. She's a single mom raising her 10-year-old daughter by herself. John and Selena lost their parents in an accident when they were students and have supported each other ever since. Because of their past, John is very fond of his sister and has always taken great care of her. After Selena's divorce, he started spending more time at our house and hardly came home. I've expressed my frustration with his actions before. Hey, John, I get that you're worried about Selena, but can't you spend a little more time at home?
Why?
Why? You've only been coming home once a week lately. Lily misses you. Then he sighed as if it was a bother.
Listen, I'm the only family Selena has. She's my blood, a very important part of my family. What's wrong with family taking care of family?
But Lily is your blood too.
She's half you, half me. In that regard, Selena is my real family. We're each other's only family since our parents are gone. It's presumptuous of you to meddle in our sibling relationship.
It always ends up like this whenever I try to persuade him. To John, family means only Selena. My daughter and I are always second. Meanwhile, Selena looks down on me. She often calls me to brag about her relationship with my husband, intentionally making me feel bad. Oh, hey, Eddie. John's here right now. He said my cooking is so good he's asking for seconds. Is that so? Sorry, Selena, that my husband is imposing on your meals. What are you talking about? He's my family, so it's natural. You're too narrow-minded. That's not exactly what I meant. And he's playing with my daughter, Natalie, right now. She's even treating him like her dad. They look like a real father and daughter. It felt as though she was implying that she was the one raising her daughter with my husband. This kind of thing happened frequently. A year after my husband stopped coming home, I got so fed up I just let it be. What worried me, though, was my daughter. That's because of what my husband would say. Whenever he whimsically decided to come home, he'd only talk about Selena and Natalie in front of Lily.
So, when we went to the mall, Natalie got lost, but the moment she found me, she hugged me. Man, she was so cute. She's pretty like her mom, isn't she? I think she could be a celebrity in the future.
He'd say, acting as if my daughter and I didn't interest him at all. Then he made a comment that my ears ring.
Natalie is so cute, but Lily, well, she doesn't live up to her name. She looks plain, just like her mother.
He laughed, as if mocking his daughter's appearance. Maybe because of that, Lily gradually started to distance herself from her father, creating a huge gap in our family. I felt so sorry for her that I confronted my husband. Hey, stop talking about your niece all the time in front of Lily. Can't you see you're hurting her?
What? But Natalie is like a daughter to me.
Your daughter is Lily. Natalie is just your niece.
Natalie is as good as my daughter. What's wrong with praising and adoring her?
Then show the same affection for Lily. You're always praising Natalie, and it's unfair to Lily.
Well, Natalie is cuter, both inside and out. It's not my fault. You didn't make Lily cuter. Blame your own looks.
My husband would laugh as if mocking me every time he attacked my appearance. I've thought about divorce so many times because of his insensitive and selfish remarks. The only reason I haven't left is my financial situation. I work full-time, but as a contract employee, my salary isn't great. Divorcing and raising my daughter on my own would be difficult. Knowing this, I've hesitated to take that step. Years have passed, and Lily's 10th birthday is approaching. We had promised to celebrate birthday together, so I reminded John. John, make sure you're here for Lily's birthday, okay?
Ah, is it that time already?
You forgot?
No, I didn't forget. So that means Natalie's birthday is in half a year.
Natalie again? Please don't make Lily any sadder.
Yeah, got it.
What's with that response? If he had prioritized our family more, maybe I could trust him better. For now, I decided to trust him and prepared for Lily's birthday. While I was setting up the food and cake, Lily came over and whispered, "Do you think Dad will come home today?" "Well, we haven't seen him in days. He probably won't come home today either." I tried to reassure her with a sad face. "We always promise to celebrate birthdays together as a family, right? So it'll be fine. Your dad will definitely come home with a present." "Really?" She wasn't convinced. She had every reason to doubt. My husband hadn't been home in a month. Still, trusting his word, I prepared a dinner for 3 and waited for him. But as Lily predicted, 7 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, came and went without him returning. I called him several times and sent messages, waiting for a reply. Seeing my distress, Lily muttered, "Dad's not coming home again, huh?" "Oh, sweetie, he'll be here soon." "Mom, it's okay. Dad's probably at Natalie's house again, right?" "Well, you don't have to hide it, Mom. I know Dad's like Natalie more than me." "Oh, Lily," she cried without making a sound. She was just putting on a brave face so as not to worry me, but the truth is, she's been feeling lonely all this time. The moment I realized this, a surge of unbearable feelings erupted within me. Unforgivable. To push Lily to this point? If that's how it's going to be, I won't expect anything anymore. That's when I finally decided to get a divorce. The next day, I went to the city office to get the divorce papers and filled them out immediately. I decided to take the full-time employee exam at my workplace, considering life after separating from my husband. My only concern was my daughter's school. If I became a full-time employee, I might have to move to an out-of-state branch. That would inevitably inconvenience my daughter. Worried about changing school districts, my daughter said to me with a smile, "Mom, don't worry about me. I've always wanted to try changing schools." "But Lily, you'll have to leave your close friends." "I'll be okay as long as I have you, Mom. Plus, changing schools means I can make new friends, right? I want to make 100 friends." "Yeah, you're right." "Thank you, sweetie. I will do my best." With her encouragement, I finally felt resolved. After a month of intense studying, I passed the exam and became a full-time employee. With everything in place, my daughter and I hurriedly packed our bags, leaving the house where we once lived with my husband. A week into our new life, John still hadn't contacted us once. He probably hadn't even noticed we moved. I sent the divorce papers to him, addressed to Selina's house, of course. 2 days later, probably after receiving the documents, he called me.
Hey, what's this?
What do you mean, what's this? It's the divorce papers.
Not that. Why are you sending this? Are you trying to threaten me?
Threaten? I'm completely serious. We've already moved. So, can you just sign the divorce papers quickly?
Moved?
It seemed he hadn't noticed. Completely panicked upon learning the fact, he said,
That's a lie, right? You don't have the initiatives or financial means.
All right. If you think so, why don't you go home and see?
What?
The call ended abruptly. He must have rushed home, only to find it empty. It must have dawned on him then that we had indeed moved. He called again.
Hey, what's going on? Your stuff is gone.
That's because we've moved to a new place, I told you. I have no intention of being a family with you anymore, so please submit the divorce papers soon.
Oh, cut the crap. I won't allow a divorce. Tell me the new address.
Why? Why should I tell someone who hardly comes home? We're going to be strangers. I don't owe you that.
You.
Over the phone, he began to rant and deny everything about me and my daughter.
Getting all high and mighty? That's why you're not cute. You should learn from Selina and Natalie, honestly.
Excuse me? I couldn't care less. I shot back. Just so you know, Lily and I have been putting up with your selfish behavior for years, and now you say you won't allow a divorce? Are you kidding me? Whose fault do you think this is?
What did you say? You're saying this is my fault?
How long do you think Lily and I have been waiting? You neglected your family to prioritize your sister and niece. It's unthinkable to treat your own daughter so differently from your niece. You're too attached to your sister, you creepy jerk.
Take that back.
No, I never want to deal with someone like you again. Don't ever contact us. I said and hung up unilaterally. After that, the calls continued like crazy for a while, but I ignored them all. Then, a few days later, Selina called me. She started with, Help me! My brother's gone missing! I can't reach him by phone. I have no idea where he is. Oh, that sounds tough. But I'm getting divorced. I couldn't care less where he is. Don't say that. Just try contacting him. He might answer if it's you. I was utterly disgusted by her only turning to me when it suited her. Filled with resentment from the past, I sarcastically replied, What are you talking about? He is someone who prioritizes sister and niece over his own wife and daughter. There's no way he'd respond to me when he doesn't even answer his cute sister's calls. So sorry, but I can't help you. But please, Addie! Addie! Help me! No, you're partly to blame for our family falling apart. Don't involve yourself with me and my daughter ever again. I hung up the phone and blocked her number. I wanted to block John's number too, so I wrote him. If you keep stalling on the divorce, I'll consult a lawyer. Let me know once you've submitted the papers. And waited for his reply. Perhaps intimidated by the mention of a lawyer, he reluctantly submitted the divorce papers, and our divorce was finally finalized. My daughter and I were free at last. Later, a mutual friend contacted me and told me about John. Hey, Addie, your husband seems to be in trouble. You mean my ex-husband? Anyway, he's been asking everyone about your whereabouts since the divorce. It's been a week. Seriously? Well, I haven't told anyone, so I doubt he'll find out. That's not all. He's been missing work without permission and got fired just recently. Wow, I don't even want to think of him as my ex-husband. It's that painful. There was more unfortunate news about him. After getting fired and becoming jobless, he turned to his sister, who quickly turned him away. Having lost his entire family at once, he no longer had the motivation to find a new job and is now living off his meager savings. Perhaps because I blocked him, he started sending messages to my daughter's phone.
I was wrong. Let's start over as a family of 3. I love you two the most. Please come back. I won't make the same mistake again. I'll love you for the rest of my life.
My daughter replied with a single word, "No." We haven't received any messages from him since. It's rare for a father to be so disliked by his own daughter, but it's all his own doing. As for Selena, after kicking John out, she's back to raising her child alone, facing a tough financial situation. She had to cancel the lessons he had been paying for. As a single mother, she is struggling so much that she can't even afford clothes from Natalie, who has grown distrustful of her mother and now refuses to speak to her at all. Both John and Selena must be reflecting on their actions and regretting losing what was important to them. But I have no regrets about my decision. It's only through their suffering that my daughter and I can finally feel vindicated. Since adjusting to our new life, my daughter and I have been living more fulfilling days than ever before. Mom, what's for dinner tonight? Since you aced your test, let's celebrate by going out to eat whatever you like.
Yay!
There might be hardships ahead, but as long as I'm with my daughter, I'm sure we'll be fine. I vowed to make her happy for believing in me and following me. With this promise, I continue to live each day with my daughter.